He's calling the family out.
What are your thoughts, or what would you say to the parents right now?
I would like to have known that she was going. Yes, she did take it for granted. But in the end, I did not.
What's up, everyone? So Shanquella Robinson's father, Bernard Robinson, has had another interview, and today we're going to check it out, react to it, going to add my commentary. If you guys have no idea about the Shanquella situation, I have a whole playlist and a video breaking everything that went down. But in short, a woman went to Cabo with her acquaintances and one of her best friends, and they basically betrayed her. She ended up getting logged off, and no one knows exactly what happened. All we see is a video of her getting brutally beaten while her friends sit there and watch and do nothing. And it's just a real sad situation. Let me know what you think about the situation in the comments if you've seen it before. But now, right now, we're going to react to Bernard Robinson's newest interview that has came out recently. Let's check it out.
You know, she is everybody's daughter. Nobody can't even imagine what I'm going through. I would like to have known that she was going and who she was going with. How long she been knowing the people that she was going with. What's the itinerary?
It's really interesting that he didn't know that Shanquella wasn't going. It just makes me wonder how... Let me turn off that light. It kind of makes me question their relationship. Nor does it matter, but I can imagine a lot of people thinking, that's strange, how come he never knew? So there could be a lot of reasons why he didn't know, but it is pretty interesting. It does make you question the type of relationship that they have, and that just even hits harder, because if they did have a relationship that wasn't as close as it could have been, then this must be eating him up. I like to add, I did heard it was a last minute thing, so it is a possibility that's why he didn't know. Maybe it was a last minute thing. There could be a lot of reasons.
To tell her, to be safe, call me when you get there. But before all that, I would like to have known the folks' family, their mother and father, had a chance to talk to them.
That B-roll was kind of bad. That girl, by the way, in that B-roll you just saw, wasn't on the trip. I don't know, it kind of gave me the expression that, was that one of her friends on the trip? Like, that B-roll was kind of the wrong choice, but I'm sure she didn't mean that, or whoever's editing this video.
Was going, to let them know that this father right here loved his daughter, and the same way she went with you all over there, y'all better make sure that, she come right back,
Shanquella obviously came from a fun, loving family. But the values that you instilled in her, would you say somehow it was strained a little bit to where she made...
Okay, it seemed there had been some issues within the family. I just had to come correct. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we now know that more has come out. There's been some issues, nor does that matter. But, I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to shut up.
They have taken for granted when she met some people, giving them the benefit when maybe she probably shouldn't have?
Yeah, she did take it for granted. Somewhere she dropped the ball from the best friend that's supposed to be her best friend. Truly he wasn't no friend. As her father, I always been the protector of her.
So I'm just going to add my commentary here regarding did she drop the ball, etc. Look, it happens. There are people that are just master manipulators, and liars. Khalil Cook being one of them. Like, he's got the most innocent face. You would never think he would do something like this. Now, if you probably look at him, you'd probably be like, ugh. But back in those days, it's like, I could understand why she trusted this man. I could understand. Even the family trusted this man. They didn't feel like there was an inkling of something that this man would do that was bad. So you just got to question, how long were they best friends for? How was he able to get away with this for so long?
What are your thoughts, or what would you say to the parents right now?
You can't even reach out to the father, and send a letter or, say something to the father, whatsoever. And especially if you say you believe in God and the high power, and you know, you pray and all this, and you know, at some point in time, you know, how can you sleep at night and lay down and knowing that your child was with Shanquella on this trip, and I'm gonna protect.
He called the family out. He's calling the family out. A lot of, especially Alyssa's family, apparently her mother is a minister, or, you know, those people that talk in church, something like that. And, you know, there are a lot of people that talk about God, etc. And he's basically calling them out. How can you do that and you can't even communicate with me? You can't send me no letter, nothing. That says a lot.
Until she took a husband. And when she took a husband, then he become a protector. But as her father, I was still her protector.
Once you got that call, that dreaded call, you started looking for your daughter, and you made calls, and you get Elizabeth on the phone, and she says something very powerful to you. What was that?
We talked. She told me she had her, and she just said, Mr. Robinson, you know, I feel the hurt in your voice, you know, just like my father. You're a father figure just like my father. I can see your personality through the phone, even I ain't even met you, but at the same time, she say, I'm gonna stick with you until your daughter get back here to the States, to the United States soil. And she did that.
She did stick with you all
every day. We talked every often, tell me what was going on, what I need to do, prepared the paperwork. And when she was about to send Shanquella back here, and I asked her how she died, and that's when she told me, you know, said, Mr. Robinson, your daughter's neck and spinal cord were broke. And I just can't believe that that lady would just say something to me like that out of the blue, you know.
How do you feel?
Whoever Elizabeth is, Elizabeth was really nice. Very compassionate, very considering, very empathetic. You know, that's a lot of, another part a lot of people don't show in Mexico. A lot of people there are kind.
Feel about the results of the recent announcement that currently there will be no federal prosecution because of a lack of evidence?
Angry, a little upset, but still at the same time, I serve a God that sits up high, look low, high power, but I know the case is still open, it's not closed. So,
yeah.
You know, God's still moving. So as he's still moving, you know, my faith and the strength that I have, you know, for God and how I pray, as I've always been praying him when Shanquella walked on this around here in the United States, he's still going to bring me justice. And that's how I'm going to continue to stand, even though I'm angry, I'm weary, but
yeah, I would be furious.
Justice gonna come though.
And what does justice look like?
Before we get into that, what does justice look like? It is still open, so people still have hope, especially a lot of people out there that have hope in the American system, and they're like, nah, we're gonna get justice. It's just going to take time. How much time? I don't know. Attorney Robinson doing her thing. So, you know, you got two different groups fighting their way and trying to get justice for Shanquella.
They need to get what's done to them because they did a crime and came back over here and just seemed like they got away.
Yeah.
As I'm sitting here, everything plays back in my mind. I know my daughter called out for me. I know she did to the utmost. It's just the point that I couldn't be there to help her. I just can't believe these 6 individuals do this to her. I just, you know, the 3 men sitting in that room.
3 men?
You know, how would you like?
It's really not his fault because there is a lot of like misleading information, but during that time she was getting attacked. From what we know, it was Khalil and the other guy. I honestly forgot his name because we don't talk a lot about him, which is crazy.
That would have been your mother sitting there, you know, someone doing that to your mom or your aunt or your grandmother, you know. for y'all to sit there and just do that to her, you know, waking her up and beating on her and she naked, you know, it's just, and not knowing that she was going, you know, that's why I felt. It seemed like to me that's why I failed, because I didn't get that opportunity to talk to her.
I know you talked about that hole in your heart.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. I feel so bad for him.
It's gonna take a long time for this hole to heal up. This is how I've been, you know, mistreated out here. Like I was a deadbeat dad. Like I didn't have no say so, like I ain't do nothing for my daughter.
But if there are videos out there doing that, what the hell?
And he's going to share a letter written by a family member on behalf of Shanquella Robinson. But up next,
Wow.
Dr. Sadia Upright, she's going to discuss how trust is developed. I'm starting to understand and see.
I'm gonna tell you what this woman said. It was very interesting though. I'll tell you where you can go check out this video and you can actually watch that segment. But we're gonna go to the letter that someone in Shanquella's family wrote to the Cabo 6 family members.
Your friend died in front of your eyes. Your face, my friend, even with my eyes closed, was the last I saw. And I hope mine was the last you saw before I left you. And Jesus came and took me home. Listen, when your parents tell you that certain people are no good for you, they have for more experience than you think and know what they are talking about. Choose your friends carefully. It might be single, most important decision you will ever have a chance to make. Too many people have ended up like me. I thought I knew what a real friend was.
Hang on, I'm confused. So this is like Shanquella speaking through the letter?
But in the end, I did not. I wish I could tell you to beware of red flags. Trust the people who are they show themselves to be. And when you feel time it is right for you to separate, do not let anyone, include yourself, especially yourself, take you out of it. Feeling and warning are real. Take heed. This letter is written by Sharon Simmons, one of the members of Macedonia Church family that's very friend dear to the Robinson family. And she wrote this letter to Clea Cook and all the friends that was on that trip. She wrote that letter to all of y'all, especially Clea Cook, that's supposed to be her friend.
Trust, it should be.
I think there's more in that letter, because let me go back. I'm sorry. I
thought I knew what a real friend was. But in the end, I did not. You. And Jesus came and took me home. Listen, when your parents tell you that certain people are no good for you, they have for more experience than you think and know what they are talking about.
Okay, like to me, I feel like this is advice.
Choose your friends carefully. It might be single, most important decision you will ever have a chance to make. Too many people have ended up like me. I thought I knew what a real friend was. But in the end, I did not.
I'm confused. Too many people end up like me. I thought I knew what a real friend was.
I wish I could tell you to beware of red flags. Trust the people who are they show themselves to be. And when you feel time it is right for you to separate, do not let anyone, include yourself, especially yourself, take you out of it. Feeling and warning are real. Take heed. This letter is written by Sharon. Your face.
Situations. But here is something that he would like for the families to hear from him.
Your friend.
I'm sorry, because I can't be this. A letter written by a friend of the family of to Carver.
Him.
Your friend died in front of your eyes. Your face, my friend, even with my eyes closed, was the last I saw. And I hope mine was the last you saw before I left you.
Before I left you. Look, I'm just going to be straight up. That was really confusing. Maybe I'm just slow. You guys need to explain that to me in the comment section below. At the start, it sounded like it was a letter to them, but then it ended up sounding like it was Shanquella who wrote the letter. And then the next thing you know, it was giving advice. Not to be rude or disrespectful, I feel like maybe some were cut out, or maybe that was the letter. I don't know. Maybe the writing was really hard for him to read. Bro, I don't want to be rude or step on. I don't mean any disrespect, but I didn't understand that. I understand the start, but then later on I'm like, oh, so she's giving advice to people. And then it sounded like it was coming from Shanquella, like she was speaking on behalf of Shanquella. You understand, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what your thoughts on that in the comment section below. Now go to Tanya Riven's video to see what the person who was speaking about trust said. I'll leave the link in the description below. Let me know what you guys think about this interview and this whole situation.